Hello, my mindful adventurers. Are you ready for your weekly dose of the blog post? This is the last week of the Sovereignty Month, and this week we are talking about being unapologetically wild and why true alignment never asks you to dim your light. My name is Jamila. I will be your host, your guide here at A Mindful Adventure. I'm only your guide, right? I'm not here to tell you what to do. This is up to you to take this information and do as you will with it. At any point during this, you want more information, go ahead and go down below to the description. You'll see the blog post title. Be unapologetically wild. Why true alignment never asks you to dim your light. Because, like I said, that's what we're talking about. This is the last week of sovereignty, so clearly being wild and embracing all of us is a part of us, is a part of our lives, is a part of our beings as people here on this planet. Like, if you got that wild bone in you, why not shake it, right? Like, why be afraid of who you truly are when there's more to you than just one part of you? You're not just your joy. You're not just your happiness. You're not just your passions. You are not just your determination. You are not just your ability to perform. You are a multifaceted human being that has multiple parts of you, and you should be experiencing that all the time and expressing that all the time, because there are people who will embrace all of you and want all of you to be present at all points in time during your guys' encounter. So I'm letting you guys know, this is gonna be juicy. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and dive in, okay guys, because I just want you guys to know, we're not bypassing our wounds. We're not bypassing the things that hurt us. We're not bypassing things that are difficult, because that's a part of life. Life is duality. Life is good and bad. Whatever you deem is good, bad, positive, negative, high vibrational, low vibrational, in alignment, out of alignment. These are the terms that we like to use. I don't really like to use good and bad, but the other ones, of course. So we're not bypassing that. We're not becoming a robot, right? We're not becoming a perfect machine, right? We're embracing all of us. That includes our flaws. That includes the things we think are amazing about ourselves, all right? So when things get too good, our ego typically likes to trap us in a box, right? Because even if life is fundamentally better than what it used to be, and it's not the way that, and it's not, let's say your life used to be shit, right? Let's just say you used to do the same things every single day. I'm not saying this is shit, but I'm saying this is not something you want, right? You do the same thing every single day. You go to a job you don't like. You deal with people you don't like. You live with people you don't like. You're surrounded by people you don't like. You live in an area that you don't like, right? Being in specific areas bring us, different vibes, right? Being in the desert or by the ocean or in a valley or in a dense, kind of tropical area like this. Kind of, we're almost in the tropical region. Or being in the mountains, or all that, right? There's different vibes to that, and there's different vibes with different people and different experiences with different things that we experience. So it's important to realize that there is a vibe to your life, right? If you felt hey, this is something I don't want to do, and you keep doing it, you're just feeding into the routine of it. Basically you're telling yourself that you're fine with this and we're going to continue doing this, and you'll keep getting the same outcomes, you'll keep getting the same results, you'll keep getting the same things brought to your attention over and over again, and you get in this pattern, in this loop of repeating the same things over and over again. And I'm not gonna lie, that gets boring after a while. That gets annoying after a while. I don't know about you. I feel that's the reason why you're here, is because you're I'm tired of going through the same shit. Tell me how to not go through the same shit, right? Tell me how to break through. Tell me how to reach to where I'm trying to go, right? That's why you're here. At least I hope that's why you're here. That's what we'll be talking about. But in reality, when you finally reach a spot where you feel at peace, or you feel this is where I should be, you are so used to being in survival, literally fighting through the same things over and over again, trying to make sure you can at least get through it, making sure that you can continue to live and be comfortable, or continue to have the same creature comforts, is what I meant to say. And you're just trying to do this constantly, and that's the only thing that you're doing. So you're in a loop of survival. Like, if you weren't in a loop of survival, you wouldn't be worried about those things. You'd be worried about other things, like, how can I make an impact? Or what do I want for dinner tonight? I have options. You know what I mean? Like I want to go hang out. I can go hang out with my friends, or I can hang out with my family, or like whatever it is that you want to do, or I can just sit here and be by myself. You know, whatever it is that's your reality, that you want for yourself, that you desire deeply for yourself, it's available for you. And when you're not in survival mode, you're able to like truly enjoy that. But when you're in survival mode, that living that dream life, it feels like the calm before the storm. It feels like something bad's about to happen, because why is life so good, right? Like those quotes, like, my life's been going too well for a while, I can't wait for something horrible to happen, or this feels like life's been too quiet, like what I'm waiting for something around the corner. Like those types of quotes, those vibes, those energies, that's what it feels like 24/7, when you're in peace, when you're physically safe, when you're in a situation that's fundamentally better than what you were in before, right? So it's important to realize that, like, your brain is going to tell you these things because it's scared, right? It wants you to be safe, and in order to be safe, reliving that same routine, even if it was fucking horrible, is safety to your mind. And that stems from us living in extremely harsh environments before, you know, colonization, before like civilization, or like big civilizations where we were still living mainly in tribes and in the wild. Like, we had to fit in where we were, because if we didn't fit in, and if we didn't do what we could to survive, we would die. Like, there was no like, oh, maybe, no, like, you're 99% chance you ain't gonna make it if you get exiled or outcast. So it makes sense why our brains really, really hate change, and also why you shouldn't beat yourself up, because it is hundreds of thousands of years of programming into our brain, into our DNA, in our blood. What are we talking about? So don't get mad at yourself. You know, it's okay. Just realize how, like, in the moment, like, what's actually happening, like, what's actually going on for you, like, what is the reality that you've always wanted to experience, that you're experiencing it. Tell yourself. For me, it's easy for me to just be like, okay, well, I want this is something I want, like, I should enjoy it, right? And take a breath and breathe into it, and take a moment and just, when I think about that. But it might be harder for you. And one of the things I started doing was start off with gratitude. I'd be like, what am I grateful for right here in this moment? Maybe this moment is what I'm grateful for. So I'm going to sit here and talk about how I'm grateful for this moment to myself, to tell myself that I'm grateful. And you enter a different level of vibration. Gratitude is a higher level of vibration. It lifts you out of lower vibrations. Like, if you're upset or you're sad or you're depressed, it will lift you out of that, because it's going to show you, like, hey, like, look, all this goodness around me. Like, why am I so upset? You know, why am I, like, talking down to myself when I have all this goodness, all these good things going for me? Yeah, maybe the moment's not what you're grateful for, right? Maybe it's something else around that moment. But in the moment where it's shitty, right, you can just be like, hey, at least I got a roof over my head, I have food at my house, I know what I'm going to be doing after this. Or maybe you don't know what you're doing after this, but you knew that the rest of your day was okay, or maybe whatever, you know what I mean? But, like, or you have family, you have someone to talk to, or maybe you don't have family, but you like your solitude, you like your peace and quiet, and you're like, at least I can go home to quietness where I don't have to deal with all this, right? There's got to be something that you're grateful for. Maybe it's because maybe you had a muffin, right? Maybe there was a muffin you had, and it was like the most amazing muffin you ever had in your entire life. And then the next day you have a horrible day, but guess what? You had an amazing muffin yesterday. I think that's something to celebrate. So stick in being grateful in the gratitude, because that's going to help you also stay in the present moment and realize what's really going on, right? So like I said, if it's harder for you to do the logical thing, which I get, like, it takes time to, like, build that muscle. Because, like, not only when I'm telling myself, like, what's really happening, I'm also telling myself that I'm grateful for this, because, like, this is what I wanted, right? I'm living a life that I'm grateful for, even if it doesn't seem like that to other people, right? Also, like, stop. So next portion is radically accepting yourself and integrating all of your life. So it's like, stop compartmentalizing yourself. Like, maybe you act one way with one person, and act another way with another person, and you act this way with these people, and blah 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 blah. You shape shift and conform to what other people find comfortable, to what other people find to be beneficial to them and not beneficial to you, in which you're abandoning yourself. Like, you need to like step into that fullness of yourself, regardless of how other people feel. If they're not comfortable with you, why would you want to be around them? Like, I just, be honest with yourself. If someone's not comfortable with all of you, like you expressing yourself, like maybe you like to make random noises or talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the fucking time. I've been around people who are really uncomfortable with that, and I'm like, I'm not gonna stop because of you. Like, this helps me process my thoughts out loud and like what I'm doing, and so I stay on topic and on task, especially if I'm at work. I need to talk to myself because I'm like, all right, this is what I gotta do, because I get so sidetracked. I swear I have undiagnosed ADHD, ADD, whatever, but like, that's what I do to keep myself focused. So embracing all of you, like that, talking to myself, because that's pretty weird. A lot of people like are like, that's weird when you talk to yourself. That's a strange thing to do. I don't care. I know plenty of people who also talk to themselves. We all love it. So if you don't like it, that's you. That's just not how you process things, and that's okay. That's okay. But don't let the way other people process things force you into abandoning yourself when you know damn well that this is what you fucking need, right? Like, why would you do that? That's awful. It's like you're in an airplane goes down over water, and someone tells you, oh, but you just told me you're an amazing swimmer, you don't need a life jacket. I need this life jacket because for some reason there's not enough life jackets for whatever reason, which is, I mean, you know, whatever. But it's the same concept. Like, why would you, like, I would like to live, thank you. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? This is my life jacket. I'm not gonna let you take it from me because I'm a great swimmer. That's a stupid excuse. Give me my fucking life jacket. You can go find something else. Use your pants, anything. There's a lot of different other things you can use besides a life jacket to keep you afloat in the water. But anywho, that's the example that I got for you, okay? Because it's basically the same thing. You're literally killing a part of yourself to make other people comfortable. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not worth it. They're not worth it. They probably wouldn't do it for you. I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying they probably, there's a good fucking chance, more than % of a chance, more than 50%, that they wouldn't do it for you. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to exist in the world. Like, do for yourself what you need, because only you are going to know what you need and what you don't. When I realized that I wasn't embodying myself, I realized that, one, at first I was mad because I was like, I told everybody, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and then like I didn't do it, and then I got mad at them. Like, that's stupid. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't really get mad at them like that. I wasn't like, it's your fault. No. In my mind, I was like, well, man, I told them that I was gonna do this thing, and they're not even like keeping me accountable. Well, guess what? It's not their job to keep me accountable. It's my job. So in a way, it's my fault. I'm not the problem, but it's definitely my fault for not upholding those standards, upholding that new baseline of existing and being who I am. So even though I am not the problem and they're not the problem, there is a problem, and I'm the only one that can fix said problem by actually acting in alignment and actually doing what I said I was gonna fucking do, right? That's the only way. That's the only way I can make this work, right? So when I realized that I was enabling myself to slide back into old patterns and like do things that I did not want to do, I realized, I am enabling myself. I need to stop doing that. I need to let myself feel the pain of what it feels like to step in my boundary and be like, this is my boundary, and whatever happens, happens, right? Instead of being like, I don't want to do it, I'm scared, no. I gotta step into that. So I realized that I stopped enabling myself. I took my power completely back over my life, and I told myself, I'm no longer going to keep giving my power away, and I'm going to step into my power for me and do it for me. Because who else is going to do it for me? No one else is going to do that for me. No one can do it for me. It's not possible. No one can change your mindset. Maybe they could say something that helps aid in changing your mindset, but they can't physically go and change it for you. You gotta do it yourself. That's why I said I'm only a guide here. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Do with this information as you will, as you please. But one of the things I want you guys to realize is that you are the main character too. I mean, I keep saying one of the things, but like for real, one of the real, like this is, I feel like this over everything, like over everything I ever speak on, this is the most truest for everyone, and I feel like everyone can agree on this. You are the main character of your life, right? Like you are the main character of your life. Yeah, there could be multiple main characters, okay? But you are the most main character person in your whole life. I just realized I've been not looking at the camera. I've been looking off to the side. Anyway, you're the main character, right? And so what you say goes. How you feel is the most important thing. How you interact with the world is the most important thing. How you show up for yourself is the most important thing. Like, you can't allow other people to show up in those ways when they're not in your mind. They don't know how you feel. They've never been through your experiences, and they never will be who you are today in this moment. You are the main character. You run this shit. This is you. This is all you, honey. Like, you're here because you want it to be all you, right? Like, you want it to, you want to be more yourself, right? Like, what are we talking about? How can we be better versions of ourselves if we're not trying to be ourselves? What? That don't make no sense. Okay. Next part. The somatic activation. I almost said archive. Anyway, so I'm on here to remind you, right, that your body often knows what you need before your brain can even catch up. Like, I've been in situations recently where, like, my body is like, we need to do this thing. And I'm like, why the fuck are we doing this thing? But I'm like, whatever, just do it. So I did it. And it was exactly what I needed in that moment. 2020 hindsight. Like, I always tell you guys, like, a lot of these things, like, a lot of these lessons, like, a lot of things that you go through, you're like, I don't understand until after it happened. You're like, that makes sense. Ooh, like, oh, you have all the facts. I don't know if you saw that butterfly. The butterfly just, like, cut through. It was so pretty. But anywho, yeah, so, like, one of the things you can do is intentionally walking, right? Like, if I don't have time to stretch or like or do yoga, which is stretching and yoga, they're intentional movements. Like, you have to feel into your body, like, what do you need in that moment, so you don't push yourself too hard and you don't push yourself not hard enough. I don't know how to explain it. Like, so you don't overdo it or underdo it, right? You want to make sure you hit that sweet spot, that feels fucking delicious. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, that's how I feel in my body when I hit that right, when I hit the right pose. Like, oh, anyway. But, like, you want to be intentional with your movements. And one of the things, like I said, if I can't do the stretching thing, I'll walk. Because 90% of the time, you got to walk to do something. Unless you can't walk, and I totally understand. But whatever you do, motion to, like, move around, like, feel how you feel as you're doing that motion, right? Like, how does it, I'm using walking as an example because I walk. But, like, how does it feel when your heel hits the ground and you roll through to your toe? Like, how does that feel? How does your leg feel when it catches your weight, when you take that step, right? How are your arms? Are your arms pinned to your side, or, like, not moving, or are they moving fluidly with you as you're walking to counterweight, as a counterweight, right? Is your head, are you hunched over and tight, or are you loose and open? Like, how's your posture? You know what I mean? And looking into those things can also help you realize, like, I have bad posture. I mean, yeah, but as you guys can tell, something, my freaking shins itchy. I've been scratching this thing all day. I think I got some grass or something. I don't know. Maybe it was poison ivy. I don't know. Anyway. But basically what you want to do is tune into your body. Like, how does your body feel as you move through things? Sometimes you might feel tight, you know? And maybe, maybe you do need to stretch later. Maybe that's something you need to do. But, like, when you're walking, you can at least check in with yourself, too. Also, one of the things that I like to do when I'm walking, too, I think about the task, like, what I'm about to go do, like, how I feel about it, and those types of things, like, checking in with myself, being intimate with yourself. Like I keep saying before, be intimate with yourself. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in my face, till I'm dead in the ground. Be intimate with yourself. That's the best thing you can do. And then, of course, the other activation step is to actually fucking do it. Like I said earlier, I couldn't Like, I couldn't just, like, keep saying, like, oh, well, I'm not doing this thing, so, oh, well. No, I had to fucking do it. If I didn't do it, then what the fuck? I mean, one, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys, because I would still be lollygagging and not putting my site together and just doing all that stuff, right? But I'm here because I told myself this is what I'm going to do, and I've been doing it for over a year now, and I'm so proud of myself. I know it's only been a year and a month, well, more than a month, but I'm so proud of myself for sticking through with this, because I used to give up on everything. That's another blog post and video from in the past that I might talk about again in the future. We'll see. But actually do it. Like, if your boundary is being crossed, actually stand up for yourself and be like, hey, I don't appreciate that. Hey, I don't like when you do that. Hey, I don't get off my foot, man. I don't like when you get on my foot, man. Which is a little carpenter ant. Or I stayed on my boundary and I knocked them off, and you know they're trying to go wherever they're trying to go, but they're not on me, right? And that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta do. You just gotta do it, because like nature's just gonna do what it's gonna do. It's gonna, like, carpenter ant was curious. It wanted to know what was going on my foot, right? This tree right here next to me, that bear is modeling for us. You know, we planted it, but it's growing how it wants to grow. Like, this is, I mean, I don't know why it's crooked, but it's doing what it does. I tried to. Anyway, but I'm just letting you guys know, like, don't feel bad. I know you're probably gonna feel shame. You might feel guilt. You might feel pain or sadness associated with it. And guess what? It's a part of life. Like, you're not gonna be able to just suddenly enforce new rules without feeling some type of way, because those rules didn't exist before, and no one knows that they exist until you bring them up and be like, hey, I don't like this. And they're not rules, really, they're terms and conditions, and terms and conditions on how you want to show up and exist in the world. The wind feels so good, guys. Woo! There are terms and conditions for how you want to show up in the world, and if you're not telling people your terms and conditions, then you're robbing yourself of an experience that you actually want to have. The wind is like, yes, girl, keep talking, girl. I'm just kidding, we're almost to the end, actually. But yeah, I just want you guys to know, like, the hardest part of a new identity is literally execution. Without executing it, you can't have a new identity. You can't become the person you desire, the person you see yourself being on your deathbed. You can't do those things if you don't follow through and actually do the fucking thing. Like, you gotta actually do it. Like Nike, just do. I don't even like support Nike like that, but like seriously, like their slogan perfect. Just do it. Like, what the fuck are you waiting for? Go fucking do it. Tyler Buff, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. No, like, for real though, because like no one else is gonna do it for you. Okay, that's what I want to wrap up with. That's what I want to wrap up with for the main thing. But I do want to let you guys know that life gets messy, right? And every time you have your own back, you're just proving to yourself that you can trust yourself. And what's better than trusting yourself in a life full of you? Right? You can never get away from yourself. You'll forever be in this meat suit. Not this meat suit, but your meat suit. So the weekly prompt for this week is, what ways have you been holding yourself back from your full spectrum of being, and how can you find ways to sprinkle those parts of you into your daily life? Like I said earlier, I like to sprinkle little bits of my craziness throughout my I've found so many cool people who reciprocate that. Some of them we never became friends, and some of them we did become friends. So it just be like that. You find other people that also exist in that same way, and you're like, cool, there's another person that exists like me, and you just know that, you know, they don't have to be your friend, but it's like cool to know that other people value that thing. But anywho, that's what I say, just like, I'm not actually crazy, okay? But I do some things that a lot of people think are crazy, and I'm just like, no, I'm just expressing myself how I want to express myself. Is that so wrong? So I want you guys to leave those comments down below so we can talk. This is a community. We're building a community here. I want you guys to be involved in all of that. Yeah. And Also, if you guys want more of this more information, like I said, go to the website. If you guys, we'll go to the link down below to the blog post, because depending on when you see this, it might not be on the homepage anymore. The website has all the resources. They're always available. I'm probably going to start reorganizing them so they make more chronological sense, because now I have months instead of each week being different. And also, if you guys want to support, please support. I appreciate that. The comments, they are payment to me, but if you want to monetarily support, which would be great, because this is not free. Like YouTube, yeah, it's free, but doing all this stuff that I do is not free. So it would be nice to have some help with that. And also, like, I would love to do this full time, just being fully transparent with you guys. Right, yay. But I also love you guys more than anything, and you commenting, telling me that you guys are benefiting from this helps me keep going. Like, from the down depths parts of my soul. I always say it weird. I don't know why I always say that weird. Like, I never did before until I started recording these videos, and I would say down depths of my soul. I don't know. Anywho, you guys are still here. Oh my god, I love you. You guys are still here. Leave a thumbtack in the comments. No one's gonna know what that is. They're gonna be like, why is there thumbtacks in here? It doesn't make no sense. Just leave it. And of course, if you guys want, like I said, more of this information, more of this vibe, check out my link tree. Everything I just listed that I have is in the link tree, so you can find that there. And then also all my social media links are in the channel's homepage. So yeah. Okay, love you guys. Bye.